It was at that time I started to discover the reason I didn't like my business wasn't the strategy. It wasn't the things that I was doing every single day, okay? It wasn't that. It was Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get what's going on. Great morning, awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. If you don't know what we do, we talk all things premium courses, luxury coaching, and mentorship programs, and how you can start to package out your expertise, your knowledge, and your life experiences into the format of courses and programs that are going to reach people around the world and help other people get to and reach their goals. Okay, if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification, so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. I'm gonna drop this off real quick as a reminder. You need more than strategy. I can get on here every single day and talk strategy, talk how you're going to build out your courses, what it is that you need, what you don't need, okay? And I do that all day long. Go back and watch some of the other episodes, shameless plug, on this channel. But you need more than the strategy. You need more than the accountability. You need more than just mentorship. You need to be surrounded by people, like-minded people who can give you insight, okay? So yes, your mentors, your coaches, but also that community. And I did an episode previously on community. I'm going to link it somewhere above my head so that you can catch it once this episode ends. But that's the thing, right? And shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org is where you can go to get started and learn more about creating your courses as well as joining our community, okay? But you need more than that. You need more than strategy. You need more than just going to the master classes, watching YouTube videos like this, right? Because if you didn't need more than that, then you would have the course already created, right? You'd be a little bit further along. And so this isn't a dig on anybody, no matter where it is that you're at. You can continue forward, but you do need to be around like-minded people. You need the energy, okay? You need to have the mentorship. You need to have somebody else have a bird's eye view on what it is that you're building out, what you're creating, all of those things, because sometimes we get too close to our bodies of work, okay? To our creative endeavors, to the things that we're working on, and we can't see the full picture. And so you need more than strategy. And so that's why I like to combine personal development and make my programs very well-rounded. And pro tip for your courses, they should be well-rounded, because people get to transformation not just through strategy, but through change. And change is hard, okay? We have this it's a human trait, okay? Where we're like, change is just hard. And that's what transformation is about. That's what your courses will be about. That's what your coaching programs and mentorship programs are about, helping people to change. And people know that, okay? Deep down inside, when you sign up for a course, when you buy an ebook, when you seek understanding about a particular topic or area, you know that change is inevitable. You know that's something that you're looking for deep down inside, even though that may not be the way that it is marketed or packaged. So pro tip for your courses, keep that in mind. Transformation and change are hard by human nature, okay? But it's what people are seeking, but also they don't want it forced, okay? They don't want it to be forced upon them. And so that's why I always say attract the students to your courses. Do not chase people and customers. Do not force people into your programs. Do not just take money just to take money. Make sure that your programs are aligned with the audiences that you are looking to serve, which brings me to why this comes up for me in the first place. I remember when I was in this space of trying to figure out, and I woke up this morning man, I don't feel like doing some of the stuff I got to do today. And that's why I'm bringing this today, because I can remember also I had to change that around this morning to be grateful that I get to do some of the things that I got to do today, okay? Because there was a space and time in my business not very long ago where I was burnt out and tired, but not just burnt out and tired. I really didn't like my business. And that's just the honest truth, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. I was in a space where I didn't like my business, excuse me, and I was trying to figure out why. And I got to a space where I was like, I don't even care why anymore. I'm just over it. And I had to get into another community. I had to grab another mentor, another coach. And I knew at that time that that was something that would at least give me the answers or the peace about whether or not I was going to close the business down or what I was going to do. And I feel like closing the business wasn't really an option for me. But again, this is an example of people seek change, okay? Where we seek transformation. We know that's what it is, but we don't name it by name, okay? We don't call it by name. And so I just knew I needed another coach or mentor because I needed to figure out what was going on. And so I joined another community, grabbed another mentor, and paid for it. Okay, like expensive, paid for it, but I knew I needed it. And it was at that time I started to discover the reason I didn't like my business wasn't the strategy. It wasn't the things that I was doing every single day. Okay, it wasn't that. It was the audience that I was attracting. It was that I didn't have the right people aligned with the goal of the courses and programs that I was creating. And so that was burning me out because I was constantly spending my time trying to convince people of change, trying to convince people of transformation. And that's why it was so hard. It was a resistance there. And so when I got into this community, I started to feel alive again. I started to attract the right people. But even before I started changing and aligning my messaging, which is why I talk so much about messaging, before I started changing and aligning my messaging to attract the right people into my programs, I still started to feel like weight lifted because now I understood that it wasn't necessarily me, it wasn't necessarily the strategy, it was how I was going about it and needing to be around people who energized me, okay, who could hold me accountable, but who could also see bird's eye views, zoom out of what it is that I was working on. Because I don't feel like truly, I don't think I would have figured that out on my own. Maybe eventually, but it would have been forever and I would have got more burnt out, more stressed out, more discouraged had I not been in a space where I had a mentor, a coach, as well as other people surrounding me who were working toward their goals as well. Like, yeah, we all had common or similar goals, but everyone had their own individual thing going on. And that's the way I structure my programs today because of that. Because yes, we can start off in a cohort and that's great, but we all have our individual goals and timelines and places that we start and where we're looking to go and grow to. But coming together is a necessity, okay? I feel like in this business, consulting, coaching, mentorship, courses, all those things, but in every business. And I feel like I could have went left real quick had I not known what I needed and just done it, like taken the jump to go ahead and grab a mentor and join a community where I could feel supported. And I didn't necessarily change the strategy. Again, it was who I was speaking to, who was coming into my programs. It was the messaging that changed. That's really it. That's all that shifted. And then again, that gave me new energy, it brought new life into my business, and it was just up from there. Okay. So I'm encouraging you, get around like-minded people. Don't just focus on strategy, but what communities, mentors, coaches can you grab, okay, who can see your business or see where it is that you currently are, even if you don't have a business yet, but you're looking to grow one. Okay. Maybe you have a side hustle, you have an idea, grab a mentor or coach, somebody who can help you start to expand the vision, but also hold it for you in the times where you feel like, am I going to push through? Like, is this actually going to work? I don't feel like doing the thing today. All right. That's what you need. That's what's missing, especially if you haven't taken action on that goal or that thing that you want to do. I'm just going to call it like I see it. I'm not calling you out, but in love. Okay. I'm telling you, if there's something on your brain, something on your mind, something you've been thinking about doing, and you have not been able to get the momentum you need to get started and to run with that thing, you need a mentor, you need a coach, you need a community. All right. Shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org. You can go there to get started. There are free resources as well as paid. Okay. And your next steps are totally up to you, but at least you'll have the free training there. It's a win-win. You have a free training there that will walk you through the steps for creating your own courses and platforms, okay, to help you start to bring your own communities together. But also, it's up to you about taking the next step and jumping into this awesome, beautiful community that we have built so that you can actually move your goals forward and grab me as a mentor and coach, all right? If you like the way I teach, then come on in. If you are interested in seeing more of how I teach in the strategy, personal development side, then you can join me inside the live class that is happening this Thursday. It's jumpfirstacademy.org/VIP. It is application only. I dropped the links in the description as well, so you can go check that out and come hang out with me live on Thursday so you can get more teaching. We go deeper in strategy, but also the personal development piece that you need to move this forward. And you'll be around other like-minded entrepreneurs, business owners who are looking, again, to grow towards the same goal. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing start to this new week, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Bye, y'all.